What is up, guys? Quinkun here, and welcome to a different type of video. As you guys know, yesterday Mexico faced Netherlands in the round of 16 to go through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup, and that's a topic I'm going to be talking about. But we're going to get into the game, and I'm going to be talking about yesterday's game between Mexico and Netherlands. Now, some of you might know that I am Mexican. I'm a Mexican American, and I support both clubs. I support United States and Mexico, but I'm more of a Mexico fan. I grew up watching Mexico. The first World Cup that I ever saw was actually the 2002 World Cup. I was around 8 years old, very young, by the way. I was actually 6 years old and I conceded a goal. I really don't give a crap. But either way, that was a really bad goal. I wasn't even paying attention. I was 6 years old when I saw my first World Cup. It was in Korea, Japan, or Japan, Korea. And Mexico didn't do that well. We got eliminated in the round of 16 like always. Then in the 2006 World Cup, we faced Argentina and got eliminated in the round of 16 again. And then in 2010 we faced Argentina one more time and we lost in the round of 16 3-1 once again. But now we're in the 2014 World Cup. The World Cup's in Brazil, and this World Cup is so unpredictable. Costa Rica have gone through to the quarterfinals in the first time in their history. This is their first time even going to the round of 16. This is absolutely crazy. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared that people might say that this World Cup isn't good because top teams like England and Spain aren't in it anymore, and that teams like Costa Rica are still left in it. Costa Rica plays so well as a team, and you know, they've always been a good team in the CONCACAF. They've always been a good team that you shouldn't think you can dominate over. And as you guys know, Mexico lost yesterday versus Netherlands 2-1. And Mexico was controlling the whole game. I thought this World Cup was going to be different. Before the World Cup started, I knew that Mexico wasn't going to make it that far. I saw our group, I saw our way to the final, and I was thinking, you know, this is crazy. We're not gonna, I don't even think we're gonna make it out of the group. But I did have some faith that we're gonna get out of the group, but not out of the round of 16. I knew that we're gonna be facing Netherlands no matter what. No matter if we got first place. If Spain would have got first, we would have faced Netherlands in second. But we lost yesterday 2-1, and you know, I'm a huge Mexico fan. I was absolutely disappointed. We're up 1-0. Giovanni Dos Santos with a beautiful goal. There was nothing Netherlands could have done. You know, it's very disappointing to see a very good Mexican side, probably the best generation of Mexican players. But, you know, it was 1-1. Mexico still tried to keep the 1-1. Everyone thought we were going to extra time. I thought we were going to extra time. And we do give up a penalty. And Rafa Marquez, I don't know. For me, it looked like there was contact. Robin, man, he's been diving the whole damn game. They don't give him a yellow card for anything. They haven't given one player in this World Cup a yellow card for diving. And, you know, they told all the players, they said that if you dive or fake any falls, you'll get fined and you'll get a yellow card. So there's been so many dives in this World Cup, and you know, no one has gotten fined, no one has gotten yellow cards. And you know, they always remind the smaller teams, but the big teams, they remind them, but they don't give a crap. And that's what happened to Mexico in this World Cup. We didn't commit any fake falls, we didn't do anything. All the refs were against us. I'm sorry to say that, but it's the truth. In the first game versus Cameroon, we had 2 goals that were onside, but the ref said that it was offside. You know, I do call the first one, it's hard to make a decision, but the second goal that Giovanni Dos Santos scored against Cameroon, that was not offside, man. That was the clearest onside goal that I've seen in my life. It should have been 2-0 for Mexico, and we could have gotten first place in our group if it wasn't for the goal difference. And the other one was against Croatia. Chicharito got pushed in the box, and the ref didn't say anything. Later on in that play, Guardado has a ball, he shoots it, and the Croatian player gets in the way. He did the save for the goalie. He used his hands and blocked the ball. That's absolutely crazy, and the ref didn't see it. I don't even know if he saw it. He probably saw it and didn't call the penalty. And by that time, it was still 0-0 in the game, and we didn't get any penalties. All the calls were against us. And going into this game versus Netherlands, I knew that it was going to be us versus a ref, because it's been like that the whole freaking World Cup, and that's what happened. Mexico was playing well. We had a very good squad up front. They underestimated the hell out of us. They were playing very boring. And Mexico, they should have won. They should have gone to the next round. They should have gone to the quarterfinals, and we didn't. We lost 2-1. We gave up a penalty, and Huntelaar sealed the deal. 2-1. We're out of the World Cup. And you know, it's very disappointing because out of that World Cup, I actually thought later on in it, I actually thought that we could actually make it to the final. We can actually win the final. This team we have can compete against any other one. It was just a lack of concentration in the last 7 minutes. And you know, it's football. It happens. If you don't play until the last minute, you're not going to win any games. You have to have faith. And Mexico thought they had they had the win in the bag, and they didn't. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a World Cup growing up. And you know, I'm scarred. I was in shock when we lost. I couldn't really believe it. I was checking Twitter. I was like, what is going on? Is this really gonna happen? You know, as a Mexican, I have my head up high. I'm proud of the players. I'm proud of their performances. Everyone knows what Mexico can do now. Previously in the World Cups, Mexico, I knew they weren't gonna do anything. Our team was never ready. But this team we had, this was the best generation of players. You can talk about the Mexican team in '86. In '86, we had a very, very good team. We had the likes of Garcia Aspe, we had Hugo Sanchez, we had Jorge Campos. We had a bunch of good Mexican players, and we made it to the quarterfinals. But we lost. That Mexican team made it to the quarterfinals in '86. And people said that that was the best Mexican team ever. No team would ever beat that. But now we're in 2014. And I honestly think that our Mexican select squad can really do some damage in the next World Cup. We've always had, you know, hard trips to the World Cup. And, you know, what happened in the 2010 World Cup, we started off very bad on the road to the 2010 World Cup. And, you know, we had to switch managers, and it worked. We made it to the World Cup, and everyone had high hopes for Mexico. On the road to the 2014 World Cup, I honestly thought that Mexico wasn't going to have a problem going to the World Cup. I thought it was going to be a very easy elimination process, but it turned out to be very wrong. The tactics were all wrong. We were playing very bad. There was no confidence, and I knew that that Mexican team wasn't going to do anything. We did switch a manager, and things did go well from there. Hopefully, this road to the World Cup in the next 4 years, hopefully Mexico, it could be easy for them, because we already showed off that we can play at the level of European teams. Finally, we score a damn goal. Finally, Jesus Christ, that was some AIDS-ass goal. We made a statement in this game. We can compete against good European teams. We can go against Brazil. We can go against Croatia. By the way, Croatia is a very good team, very underrated. This should be an easy way to the World Cup next time. If we struggle, that means we suck. But you know, if we struggle, it's because our area, the CONCACAF, that means that our organization is getting better. Our organization, our federation is actually getting stronger. We still have 2 teams in the World Cup. We have Costa Rica, and that's a freaking own goal. That always happens. Costa Rica made it through to the quarterfinals, and the United States has to beat Belgium to make it to the quarters. But you know, it shows how strong our federation is getting. Hopefully Mexico, they do make it to the next World Cup, and you know, we need that confidence. We had lots of confidence versus Netherlands today. We knew that we can beat them. We should have won. I'm still in shock. But you know, it's just a World Cup. It's time to move on. We have to see if we can do it better next time. And it's very devastating to see this, because even the players, they were in shock. They had no motivation anymore. They were saying that they're just one of the same generations of Mexico that always makes it to the next round and gets eliminated. It really broke my heart when I heard that, because these 2 teams, Netherlands and Mexico, they don't deserve to go home. Well, there's teams that shouldn't even be in the World Cup right now, that really aren't good. They aren't on the level of Mexico and Netherlands, because those 2 teams are very good. Mexico doesn't deserve to go home yet, but that's how the World Cup is. I believe in the team that they can actually make it to the World Cup and to the final of the World Cup and win it. But you know, you have to play until the last minute, and that's what Netherlands did. They had a ton of faith. The manager had nothing to do with it. It was all the players. They wanted to win the game. The manager thought the game was over already, but the players said, no, we're gonna win this. And the dive from Robin, he's been diving the whole damn tournament, and he hasn't gotten 1 yellow card. This is a very unpredictable World Cup. I never knew that Costa Rica was gonna make it out of their group. You know, if we beat Netherlands, we would have faced Costa Rica, and we would have made it easily to the semifinals, because Costa Rica is a very inferior team. But Mexico knows how these guys plays, and they would have made it to the semis at least to the semis, at most finals, and we concede another goal, but I don't give a crap. I'm very devastated. You know, I was in bed like half the day, you know, just thinking like, did this really happen? We were playing so well, and out of nowhere we concede a goal. They tied up 1-1. I thought we were going to extra time. We give up a penalty. Robin throws himself. Huntelaar goes to take it. He smashes it back in the net. And that, you know, when they scored that goal, I knew that Mexico was eliminated. Some players after the game, they were crying. Some of them were, you know, they were just thinking like, oh wow, we did it again. We were eliminated again. They couldn't believe it, and I couldn't either. I thought this was Mexico's chance to make a statement. Hopefully in my life, I actually see Mexico make it past the quarterfinals. We have good players in our Mexican team. They're very young, and Hector Herrera is a very good young midfielder. Our fullbacks are still very young, and you know, this was the last World Cup for some players like Rafa Marquez, who are already in their late 30s. The future for Mexico is bright. That's all I know from this. After this World Cup performance, I know that we have something very special, and that bigger teams from Europe shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't underestimate us, because we're at the same level as they are, and we're developing our players at the same rate. So this is the end of the video. We lost 5-1. Very bad game. I really don't give a crap. But if you guys did enjoy this video, we lost 5-1. Absolutely crazy. I don't give a crap about that. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Did you guys think that Mexico was gonna beat Netherlands? I honestly thought they were gonna win, but they lost. Yeah, leave a like and comment. Subscribe if you're new. If you guys did enjoy this new style of live commentary, tell me what you guys thought about it. But this is the end of the video. Mexico, they had a very good World Cup run. I'm proud of being a Mexican. I'm proud of the Mexican team. We didn't deserve to be out already, but that's the World Cup. That's football. It happens, and it's time to move on. We have a golden generation. We have a good amount of players, and we're just going to be discovering new players every year. So hopefully things get better. I'm Quinkun, and I'll see you guys next time. They like to get possession, and they like to rush forward a lot. So it was very hard for our defense to really contain them, and they had a lot of chances in the first half, but not as many in the second. So in the second half, they were much better. We did score.